Hey guys, Huzzy here bringing you another video. So welcome back to another episode of Climb to Master, and we are yet again doing it in the style that we did last episode, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that, which is the live footage, but me doing a post-game commentary of the footage. And as you'll probably notice by what is on the screen, and also probably the title of some sort, is I accidentally picked Udyr in the top lane. Basically what happened is I wanted to pick Urgot because I've been doing really well with him, and again, I wasn't thinking that I was going to upload all these videos. I was just trying to play for me and trying to climb. And yeah, I was going to pick Urgot, and obviously, you know, champion is under U, so I went in champion select, clicked U. Maybe I was paying half attention, so I locked in, just clicked U. He's normally in a place that I know where he normally is, and I picked him. Problem is, Urgot was banned, so obviously I guess it was shifted over or whatever. So I just like instantly locked in Udyr, and I was like, And then part of me was like, do I dodge this? Like, the other day, I actually dodged a game because I picked the wrong champion. I picked Xerath when I was in top lane by accident. And I was like, nah, I'm just going to play it. Screw it, why not? So I was like, right, let's play Udyr. We're against an Irelia. I'm going to go Ignite. And the reason for Ignite, by the way, is because Udyr is a split pusher through and through. He's not very good at team fighting. And, you know, maybe he can help to engage fights, but he's not very good in team fights. So I was like, if I can try and do okay versus the Irelia in the 1v1, and maybe have some strength on her in mid-late game, that's when maybe the Ignite could have an advantage. It could help me build up an earlier game advantage as well. So that's why I went Ignite. So I also went Turtle Form level 1, basically just to help myself out from, like, the damage, like, the input of damage. And she is actually getting quite low, so I actually go for the first blood. Unfortunately, she flashes the exact same time as me. If I'm not mistaken, that happened last episode as well, when I was playing Vlad, that I ignited, nearly got first blood and didn't end up getting it. So really close, there's my Ignite use, but she will be burning through her Corrupting Potion. Also, furthermore, Udyr's Turtle Stance is also obviously a regen that you get, I think, lifesteal or just health back from auto-attacking. So it is handy in that aspect too. As just to kind of say my thoughts of Udyr while it's kind of just an early lane phase. Obviously, I'm not a big fan of Udyr. I think people know this. I'm not, in fact, a big fan of, like, what I call running champions that don't have anything like that can help them in that respect. Like, Udyr, if he's running at you, you kind of know what he's going to do. Like, there's no surprise of what an Udyr can do. There's no dash that he can do. Maybe he can flash, but that's about it. So, like, he's fairly basic in that aspect. Again, he's very good for people who aren't the greatest mechanical players of League. Anyway, going for some damage. A lot of damage with Tiger Form. I nearly get one more. Then I'm an idiot. I walked into the tower, and that's what killed me. So, I completely throw that by myself. Again, I was a little bit fixated on trying to go for the kill. Get hit by a tower. It cost me my life. So, that was completely my bad. So, that's my first death. But yeah, I'm not a massive fan of running champions that don't have anything that can counter it, you know, kind of. So, like, I don't mind Hecarim because he's got his ultimate, you know, it's a dash. But I don't think there's any running champions that I play per se. I guess Mundo is probably the biggest one, but Mundo's got a ranged attack that actually slows people if you hit it. So there is a little bit of difference there. But yeah, really done by me. Got killed by the tower. That's obviously a big mistake, but it is a good sign. Like, I kind of thought, like, that was really close. If I didn't get hit by that tower, like, I'm not going to say she would have died, but I would have had lane advantage. So we're returning to lane. She's basically a long sword up at this point. I buy one long sword. She buys 2 long swords. So she's a little bit up. And also, you can see in the chat, Graves saying, you know, let her push. We'll go for a gank on her potentially pretty soon. I do ping her, obviously, just to let her know because she doesn't have flash up. So we are going to try and go for something pretty soon. Again, she is a level up, so I am kind of thinking this should be relatively easy to bait. I get stunned. Going to go bear form, get that stun in. She is now level 5, I'm level 3, and we are going to end up getting the kill. Unfortunately, Graves gets it, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, it would be probably better if I got it for the 1v1, but it's okay. So she does end up dying, which allows me to, you know, farm a little bit, get the XP advantage. I think she does use teleport, so, you know, she can't get back to lane instantly. You can also see in the chat, the Graves is actually saying, you know, sorry, Red got it. Again, it's fine. Like, I would have loved if I got it, but it's not the end of the world. Draven in the bot lane does end up getting a kill. He does get killed in return, but obviously he would have had some part probably of his passive there. But yeah, just to explain our team comp. Our comp is like, it's okay. Like, obviously, I'm the odd one out here playing Udyr top. And I will say, props to my team. They didn't mention anything about this pick. Like, I was expecting, like, oh god, my team's gonna, like, flame me for the pick. No one said anything, which really confused me. Because, like, if they look at my matches, like, you know, everybody looks up the loading screens nowadays. It's like, right, he's playing Udyr top, who's not really a top laner. And he's got 0 games of Udyr. Because if it's like an Udyr main, you're kind of thinking, okay, that's what he plays. Look, 0 games of Udyr, and it's Udyr top. No one said anything. I was like, huh, I got some nice teammates apparently. So returning to top lane, they get another kill in bot lane, which is really nice. Don't know why the Lucian was that deep by himself. I am, by the way, going for Tiger form this game. Some people may say Phoenix could be better in some respects because it gives me more AoE. Dodge her stun just. But yeah, maybe Phoenix would have been better for the AoE clear and stuff like that. But I was like, Tiger form gives me more that 1v1, which is what I was looking for. Anyway, she just hit level 6. She's going for the play. She goes under tower and I don't know what that was. Like, again, basically what I say is that what she just did was, like, the opposite of what I did of, like, you know, when I died for First Blood, or when she killed me the first time. We both just went into tower at one stage this game, so we both made mistakes. Basically the same mistake. So, that was a bit weird. That gives me back on the board. I did use Ignite for that, which I don't know if I needed to, but, like, it's worth, like, using it just to get the kill. And also, you know, getting the kill gets me some gold. Also, like, she doesn't have teleport right now, so I'm going to be trying to push it as much as I can. And then probably go back, I'd imagine. And I kept having to remind myself, by the way, because, you know, I haven't played Udyr for a long time. Udyr's Tiger does, like, kind of like a dot. I don't know if it's actually a dot, but it just does damage, like, even after you auto-attack them a little bit. I guess it's like a bleed. Now, I make a mistake, and I'm going to be honest. I did not expect her to be back in this, like, the lane as quick as she got. So I just died for free. So, again, that's a mistake by me. Maybe she did have teleport. I actually don't know. We didn't check. But yeah, she got back to lane really fast. So, yeah. Anyway, Draven getting another kill. They are trying to fight, obviously. Don't know if that's going to, like, you know, work out in the end. Again, this game was a couple days ago, so I don't fully remember everything. So Lucian does end up surviving. Draven does go down. No assist for the enemy support, though, so that's quite good. Graves going to try and come in and maybe go for an ult. Doesn't end up killing the Lucian, unfortunately. So already we can kind of say top lane is a little bit fiesta-y. And again, this game, it is a fiesta. Like, I'm playing goddamn Udyr top, for God's sake. So, I don't think anybody expected Udyr top to be on my channel. You'll also notice when I press tab, occasionally the Irelia's ahead on farm by quite a bit. Again, I don't know Udyr's limits. And that's, I'd say, the biggest problem. It's not the Udyr pick itself. One of the biggest problems when you're playing a champion you don't really know is the limits. Is like, when you know a champion, you play it a lot while they're doing a good play in the enemy jungle there. When you play a champion a lot, you know how much damage they're doing. You also know how tanky they are, how much damage they can take. I don't know any of that with Udyr. Like, none. And, you know, I kind of know what it's like to play against an Udyr, because you do play against them occasionally. While my damage, by the way, is still pretty good for one auto attack there. But I don't play Udyr, so I don't know it myself of me playing it. And that's the problem. Also, my last hitting, you can see, like, it's hard to last hit when you don't fully know how much damage you're doing as well. So the item build that I thought in my head, I was like, right, obviously Udyr's not a top laner, but I'm going for split push. What do I want to go? So if memory serves correct, I kind of just end up going for kind of like an Irelia build. Like, I go Triforce. I think I might go into like a Tiamat item and probably a bit tanky, because I was like, you know, I'm going for probably split push 1v1 strength with maybe a little bit of, like, pick. So, like, I think maybe I go for a dead man. Meanwhile, we get a mountain dragon, which is great, but for some reason, the Draven goes for a 2v1. Pyke does end up killing the Lucian, which is good, because that does give an assist for the Draven. But yeah, Draven shouldn't have been in that situation while they were doing Dragon. But, you know, Dravens, they're known to be quite aggressive players. That, you know, they will go for those 2v1s occasionally when they probably shouldn't. So we're just kind of continuing the farm. Meanwhile, Ahri, I will say, is getting camped a little bit in mid lane. If memory serves correct, she does, like, get a little bit ragey about it. Anyway, Irelia's going for a kill. I do manage to flash away. Because, again, this Irelia just suddenly occasionally just goes, what? Turn up the damage. Let's go. There is pings apparently coming top lane. So I'm like, okay, is someone coming top? So I'm going to end up basing. And then you can see Ahri is saying the Fizz and Lee Sin are most likely pre-made. I don't know if we actually confirmed that. I think she's just saying it because she's getting, like, camped quite a bit. Anyway, decide not to go back now because I was like, you know, they pinged top lane a while ago. Meanwhile, they come eventually. So the ping was a while ago. I was like, they're not going to come now. It's been ages. Graves, unfortunately, misses a lot of his abilities. He uses his ult and it just hits the Lee Sin, so he tanks it up. Lee Sin might be able to manage to get away from this, unfortunately for us. There's a good dodge there. Graves going to really try and get that kill. Going to buy some booties, go for the cloth armor, and it does look like they are going to get away, sadly for us. So I do get dove, get killed. Again, maybe I shouldn't listen. I should have listened to the ping of like, oh, they're coming top lane. But it was so far later that, like, they pinged they're coming top, and it was like a good 20-30 seconds until they actually came top. So yeah, I don't really know. Anyway, Ari is going for the kill. If you can see on the minimap in the rivers that she jumps over the wall and chases them, which is good, so she gets a return kill. So again, kind of a fiesta. I'm expecting it to. Like, what I kind of accepted in this game, and sometimes what you do have to expect, is when are you going to be useful? And, like, even though I'm not a fan of Udyr, you have to know, like, everybody, when you're playing ranked for a long time, you should know every champion's strengths, more or less. And I know Udyr's strength, excuse me, is mid to late game. That, you know, even when I have played, like, you know, Gangplank or Bruisers in the past, and there's been an Udyr jungle in the game, I can't 1v1 them in mid-late game. Like, you literally cannot 1v1 them most of the time. So I'm just biding my time. Like, I will eventually get strong. I'm an Udyr. I know this champion gets strong. I've just got to try and limit how bad I'm doing until that point. So that's kind of my thought process this game. Again, it's my thought process a lot of the time, because, again, I admit I'm playing okay at the moment, but I'm not playing my best. And where the biggest part of my game, which is suffering at the moment, is my lane phase, which it normally is. So basically, just got to hold on to the hope of I will do better later. And you can even see me typing in chat going, that's the hope for later of, you know, she's saying Fizz and Lee was solo carry. I'm like, yo, Lee falls off, so don't worry about it. You already can see my mentality is all about mid-late game, like all of it. Anyway, Irelia going for a little play on me. I do stutter under tower. She takes a bunch of damage. Going to go for some return. She goes for an ultimate. Go for turtle stance. Nearly, like, potentially nearly, like, could do a counterplay there, but her ult just, like, completely obliterated me. It kind of trapped me in. There was nowhere for me to go. Didn't have flash up, so, you know, again, am I expecting to win a lane phase versus Irelia, who's a very strong champion in top lane, versus a champion that's not a top laner? No, I'm not expecting. You can see that Ari is, you can see me kind of circling my mouse. She's, you know, and all the XD in chat, she is tilted, like, completely. So much so that we see Lee Sin going into mid lane for, you know, a second or two, and she then chooses to ultimate back in. And then also the big XD in chat. So, I've always said it, try to just limit your frustration. You can be frustrated, just don't put it in the chat. Anyway, there's a fight coming in. They do end up dying in the 2v3 somehow. Lee Sin's coming for a return kill. So again, this game, like last game, is looking pretty rough. Again, I chose to upload this game and do a commentary of it because obviously we're playing kind of a weird champion. I don't even know when the last time Udyr made an appearance on my channel. So I'm sure there'll be some people getting a kick out of just me playing him. But yeah, the game's going pretty bad. Like, it was even for a while, but now, you know, the enemy got 17 kills. We've got, you know, 12. I'm 1-4. I think mid lane's like 1 and 3 or something like that. And I think most lanes are down on farm. I definitely am. So you can see the claws of Tiger Form are fully forged now. I'd say this skin is pretty cool. I know a lot of people actually think that this skin, what's this one called? Whatever it is. Anyway, she is actually going for a fight for me, by the way. But I'm like, screw this. I can fight her. Ignite. Do a bit of Tiger, do a bit of Bear, do a bit of Turtle. We actually get a straight up 1v1 kill there. She was tanking minions a bit, so that's probably why I ended up getting the kill. But yeah, look, that does still show that I'm still in this. Even though she's been beating me, in a straight up, like, Bear, like, crazy claw fight, one-on-one, there's no tricks happening. Udyr's just pure 1v1 strength is incredibly high. So we do end up killing her, which is great. That gets me back on the board. Again, I keep missing my point. That's the one, I'd say the one problem, this is my second commentary of the day doing this style. I've got a few more to go after this. Is sometimes I just get distracted. I lose my point more now than I ever have. I've completely lost it. But yeah, so we'll just talk about how the game's going to go, I guess. Sorry about that. But our comp, when it comes to like how are we going to do in mid-late game, we're basically looking for picks more than anything else. Like, we're not really a teamfight comp, not really. We can group for sure, but we're more looking for picks than anything. Like, we've got, meanwhile, there's a fight happening in mid lane. My team end up coming up and roaming. They kill the Lee Sin. I think the Fizz manages to survive. Maybe. Irelia is now a little bit angry that obviously we killed her, so she is looking for revenge. So I just stun her. I still got flash up. Don't need to use it. I just run away. And that's Irelia ult use. That's completely fine. You can see again the RE is being ragey in chat. I do think I reported her at the end for negative attitude. They do a bunch in mid lane. Like, they get the momentum. And I've said before, momentum is a lot in League of Legends. If you get the momentum, you can be on the losing team and then win the game just off one big push. So they get like 3 kills. No one dies. They get mid lane tower as well, and then they do Infernal. That's like such a good situation. So anyway, she is pushing. 1v1 strength is obviously good for Udyr. As I mentioned, my build, it's a bit weird, you know, I'm doing it a little bit different way, like something like, where's the early sheen? That gives you the burst. I didn't end up going for the early sheen because I was a little bit worried of being too squishy, and having the, you know, the phage, obviously for tankiness, and I went for the attack speed before, because I actually think the attack speed's quite useful for one, just my claws, my tiger claws in general, but also the turtle stance to regen more. So that's kind of what my thought process was there. I don't know how much the sheen would have helped me per se. But she's staying in top lane. Again, she is quite strong. And, you know, the enemy team... If I was this Irelia, I'd know this Udyr would want to stay in top lane. I just bait her to stop, like, basing. My bot lane does overstay by the looks of it. And, you know, if I was Irelia, I would probably not want to get baited in just doing 1v1s. Because that, you know, that's what the Udyr wants. Even if, like, you don't go for a kill. Like, it's a win for Udyr if you're wasting an Irelia's time. Like, she doesn't kill you, but she uses ult and stuff like that. You're wasting an Irelia's time because Irelia will be a lot more useful in a team fight than an Udyr because, you know, her ultimate and stuff. So, it's actually a good situation for me if she continues to try and fight me in a 1v1. So, that's worth noting. My team get a little bit caught out. Pyke actually, I think, does a nice escape. Maybe does a nice escape. Ahri does manage, or does die. But they do get one. It's a 1-for-1. They kill Fizz, and then one of them dies as well. So again, Fiesta game is Fiesta. We've got Ignite coming back up in 15. And again, I am kind of thinking, do I try to 1v1 her? We do have the Sheen now. I don't have Triforce. So, you know, it's hard for me to kind of put my mind back into when I played this game a couple of days ago. Because, like, usually when I'm doing these type of commentaries, especially post-game commentaries, I put my mind into the champion because I just know the champion. I don't know Udyr, so I don't know what I'm thinking at this time of the game. She goes for another play on me under tower, go for a flash play. Again, she trades with me. By the way, that is not worth for that Irelia, and I'll tell you why. Because she is more useful around the map than I am. So if she's taking herself out of the game the exact same time as me, I'm less useful as an Udyr right now, so we're both being useful and useless at the same time. So it's not worth for her to do that trade. So yeah, it's worth her to just like keep me farming. She backs out a little bit, and then she can teleport or roam to help her team, not just trade with me under a tower. So that's also worth mentioning. I was actually quite happy with getting that trade kill. So we do end up buying another cloth armor because, again, I am kind of thinking ahead of, like, you know, what am I going to do? You know, I can't keep dying to her. Like, if I want to be as useful as I can be, sure, it's fine that we're trading. I'm okay with that. But I really want to end up killing her in the 1v1 if possible, which obviously is unlikely for moving into late game because it's an Irelia. But, you know, you're kind of thinking, if I build a bit of armor, then there's a maybe. Anyway, we are coming for a little flank play happening. Karma uses flash. I just go on the Lucian. And I'm like, they've got that person. Unfortunately, Draven does end up dying. So I do a half health of Lucian, which isn't bad. Graves and Ahri kill the Fizz in bot lane. They also get bot lane tower. So again, not a bad situation. In total, it's a 2-for-1. Unfortunately, Draven does die. But they also get a tower. They're also, by the way, continuing pushing into tier 2. So they're also going to get a tier 2 tower. So that's not bad at all. Irelia, by the way, just to remind everybody, she's still in top lane. So she's not helping. Like, I just actually helped kind of to get that kill. You could, like, I didn't get an assist for the Karma, but me being there probably made her, like, you know, go into the Drave instead of running away. So we did kind of help with pressure at least. The Irelia's not even done that. The Irelia has been completely isolated in top lane the whole game, which I have as well, but then that's my point that I've said a couple times now, is that I know I'm going to be isolated in top lane as a top lane Udyr, and Irelia shouldn't be. Irelia should be looking to help. Anyway, the enemy team do Rift Herald, unfortunately for us. The enemy team are looking for maybe a pick into the enemy jungle. They're fighting over red buff right now, which they've got to be careful about because if Fizz comes down, they're in trouble. Graves does actually get that red, by the way. I'm going to go back and I'm trying to think, what do I want to buy? They do end up killing the Karma, and I think that was my decision there, that I'm probably going to go for a dead man. Unfortunately, nearly gets a kill there. Draven comes over for the Fizz. Unfortunately, that charm misses. Fizz does flash away. Another 1-for-1 trade. Which again, Graves got the red, but then Lucian killed the Graves, so then Lucian ends up with the red. So, you know, whatever. Got Ignite back up in 45 roughly seconds. Good charm by my team. Irelia, you can finally see, is actually trying to get involved, but she's too late, so doesn't manage to do anything as of yet. I'm going to try and push top lane as much as I can, because I want Irelia to be back with me. I don't want Irelia to be mid lane, because again, she is quite useful in those situations, so if she's focusing on me, that's what I want. Anyway, my mid lane is in a 2v1 versus her right now. I will say they probably have to be a little bit careful. She goes for the engage, she gets a good ultimate on, and then the absolute burst just kills Draven, like, straight away. And that's what I mentioned. She does die, which is good, but that's why I want Irelia versus me. I don't want Irelia against the Draven and stuff, because I think she can kill the Draven pretty easily. And the 1v1 between Udyr and Irelia, I think, does get a little bit closer as the game goes on. You know, we've killed her a couple times in a 1v1 this game, too. So with her now not being in top lane, I finally get the top lane tower in basically my first push on the tower. Again, Udyr is a very quick pusher. That's why even a lot of jungle Udyrs play him as a split pusher, because he's very good in 1v1, he's kind of tanky, and he's actually quite good at escaping, especially for a champion that has, like, no actual mobility. His just movement speed is annoying to deal with. Anyway, I see Pyke coming around. I'm like, okay, maybe I won't go back, so I'm going to try and bait him to walk into this bush. Unfortunately, Pyke actually lands that Q, but he gets stuck on the wall. If he didn't get stuck on the wall, I think we would have gone for that play. Lucian actually goes a little bit all in, going for the ultimate play, so I'm just trying to protect the Pyke a little bit. We've got no backup here, so this is all about just trying to run away. We do manage to get away. The enemy team throw Rift Arrow, by the way, and you can see me pinging there. I was like, oh, Rift Arrow's coming top. Wait a minute, never mind. So it kind of changed its mind, because I think Lee Sin intended that, or whoever picked it up, intended that to go top lane, but it, like, changed its mind and went mid instead. So as for my build, I do pick up myself, obviously, the armor. And then, by the way, I don't know what Lee Sin just did there, but he does manage to get away because of sloppy play. But he does go down eventually. Ahri's very overextended right there. I pick up myself a Tiamat because I want that, you know, pretty quick clearing speeds. My team does look to have momentum, but again, it's the reminder that I'm pinging occasionally. No one's against me, so they're probably going to be against you. Irelia comes to the back line. They do manage to get a couple kills there, Pyke especially. They are outnumbering. Draven does go down basically instantly. Again, they don't have me, but they again, I'm an Udyr. They shouldn't expect to have me at the moment, to be honest. Like, even if I was playing this game, I wouldn't expect the Udyr to be here because he just doesn't do much when grouping. Pyke's going to try and get away. If he gets away, it's a 3-for-3. Not that big of a deal. You know, gold's going in both directions at the end of the day. I'm also gaining gold, trying to make my way back into the game. So it's not that bad. I don't know if Pyke's going to survive, though, but he is actually making a break for it a lot more than I thought. Like, I thought he might have died by now. So I ping, hey, I'm on my way. Pyke's, again, just going to try and survive as much as he can. Right now, obviously, that Fizz is in my sights. I'm like, oh, hello. So I'm going to try and get, like, a little bit of help here. So Fizz and Irelia is going to collapse on me. Throw the stun on him. I think I just flash over the Irelia stun. Go for a bit of Tiger form, and I do end up getting the kill. Try to survive with the Irelia, but she does flash, which, you know, I could probably say worth. But unfortunately, Pyke does die too, so not worth. If Pyke completely left and I just killed the Fizz, that would have been great. But he came back in. But again, not that bad. I think in total that was a 4-for-4. Maybe a 4-for-5. I don't know. But yeah, not that bad, considering, like, this game has been a bit weird anyway. The enemy team do actually pick up a Cloud Dragon, though. Ahri's going top lane, which is a little bit weird to me. I don't think an Ahri should be split pushing personally. And you can see I'm starting to build to the Tiamat item. And in this stage of the game, I actually still am thinking, what Tiamat item do I go? Because, like, Titanic, obviously pretty damn strong. It makes me a bit tankier. But then the back of my mind, the Raveners is still kind of like, do you build Raveners? Because the actual 1v1 potential of Ravenous Hydra probably is a lot better than Titanic. And again, I'm a Udyr. I'm probably just going to be looking mainly for 1v1s. Irelia goes top lane. I'm going to go bot lane. I think I might be against a Fizz, but we also saw Lee Sin down there, so I've got to be a little bit careful for the next few seconds. Because if Lee Sin's still in the area, they could probably try to go for a 2v1 kill on me. Which again, would they gain anything for the 2v1? Arguably not really, because, like, there's no dragon to take. They probably wouldn't go for the tier 2 tower bot lane. So it would just be a kill, but you still don't want to give them a free kill for nothing. So here we go. Going in the middle of the wave, we obviously got the Tiamat now. Fizz, you know, part of me's like, will he go for me? Maybe, but, you know, he goes for the ultimate, completely misses. But I'm honestly in that kind of state that I'm like, I think I'm pretty confident to 1v1 the Fizz. And that's the thing, I can 1v1 the Fizz. I don't think I can 2v1. Lee Sin does actually go down to the Ahri. Ahri goes down, though, to everybody else. Again, they're grouping as 4. And now you can potentially start to see what's happening is I'm trying to split push Udyr. I do ping Fizzes on his way. And I'm kind of like, right, so what, are they sending Irelia to not split against me now? Have they finally figured out that the Irelia needs to be with her team? So she does go down because she dives, for whatever reason. I now am coming from the back because I'm like, okay, this is what Udyr is about. Yes, he's not a team fighter, but if a fight is happening, I can come from the back and go, hello, So I do make my way in, pick up 1 kill there with a Tiger form. Karma's really annoying for an Udyr, obviously, because she's got a speed up, she's got a root. So I'm going to try and chase after her, but I am in the back of my mind thinking we could probably do Baron. But, you know, I'm like, I can catch her! And that was really close, because, again, if you do get pretty close to a champion with your bear form up, by the way, Udyr does do a little dash. Like, it's a little, like, that you can kind of jump onto some people. It's not very big, but it does help a little bit, but we weren't in range, unfortunately. So Baron is still potentially on the table, but I think it might be a little bit too risky now. Enemy team is making their way in. Karma, again, just out of reach. Going to continue going for it. Finally get the stun. Lee Sin, well, I just wrecked that with the Draven. Get another stun in. This is like potentially a double kill for us. And again, you can see my damage is actually pretty damn good. Irelia is teleporting in too. I tank the ultimate for him as much as I can. She goes for a double stun, manages to pick up 2, or 1 of us. Sorry, I thought I would have died too. Completely worth. Again, that was actually pretty damn good. Unfortunately, and you know, the back of my mind is to go, damn, Ahri had to go bot lane. Because if Ahri didn't go bot lane, that was probably Baron. Because, like, we may still potentially been able to do it, but, like, if Lucian came over and ulted us and stuff, we wouldn't have had the Ahri, like, threat to just jump on the Lucian and kill him. So I was like, it's probably not a good idea to do it. But, you know, my damage is starting to ramp up. Again, this game has been a bit of a weird game for me, but we're still doing damage again. Even though I'm not a good kill there, I'm not a fan of Udyr, but I'll never deny that he does damage. Like, it's the same as Master Yi. I'm not a fan of Master Yi, but the champion does damage. It's just very easy to counter them if you know what you're doing. Like, they're very straightforward. I was thinking about going back there, but when I saw the enemy team was grouping mid to stop my team, which, you know, they are dying a little bit, I was like, oh, that's a free tier 2. With how quick Udyr takes towers, it was completely free. Enemy team does look to be chasing. Unfortunate miss by the Pyke there. Pyke does go in, though. They're trying their best to try and get a couple kills. The Ignite does kill the Fizz, or... No, the Ignite kills the Pyke in the end. I kill the Lee Sin with my raw Tiger damage. And I'm going to probably, like, maybe continue pushing, or I go bot lane. I thought that Draven Axe was coming for me. Oh, I'm actually going to go back, because if you notice, I've got 3,500 gold. That's a little bit too much gold just to have on my person. You know, I'm getting very strong. And I do end up, by the way, going for the Ravenous Hydra. Because, again, I'm very strong. When I can actually, like, rip into people with Tiger, yeah, it's surprising how much damage that I do. And I'm a little bit tanky. I'm probably going to go for a dead man next. Again, I still cannot catch this Irelia on farm. Even though I'm split pushing and getting a lot of farm, she's also doing the exact same thing. And if that person, like, if say there's a gap between farm and, like, one person continues to farm and you're farming, the gap's just going to move together. You're not going to catch with somebody who's also still farming. So I am kind of thinking in the back of my head, can I 1v1 the Irelia? You know, she is a level up, and we're going to go for it. So I do manage to dodge the stun. We are just going to straight up just go for it here. She does have the Sterix, and that, I think, right there, I do end up going down. Pretty close, though. My mistake was not flashing her ultimate. If I flashed her ultimate, she was dead. Or she would have just run away, and it would have been no deaths each. But that was my mistake. I should have flashed the ultimate. I didn't. You know, I thought I may have been able to take a little bit more. I think I even might type it here. My bad. Should have flashed her off. So, yeah. Even past me was thinking the exact same thing. Because, yeah, if I flashed that, maybe neither of us would have killed each other, but that, again, is good for us. Like I mentioned throughout this whole episode, her wasting her time in a 1v1 on me is actually a good thing for my team, because she can kill Draven quite effectively. So that was a mistake by me. Anyway, enemy team potentially getting a little bit caught out here. Draven going to go for a kill. Does have his Guardian's Angel now, by the way. Lucian just trying to ult in the backline. Draven going to probably pick up the Karma. Great camera work by my past self. Again, I can't control it. It's a recording that I did earlier, obviously, a couple days ago. But they do end up getting the kill, which is nice. Lee Sin in mid lane. Potentially he's going to be walking into my team. Graves also coming in to try and maybe get another kill. Missing pings are happening with also an Inferno Dragon up. So I'm going to head on over to Inferno Dragon. I am kind of thinking Irelia might be there, but she's not. She showed in mid lane. Enemy team know that I'm here because there was a turtle vision-y thing. And I'm like, yo, guys, help. Bam! Flash on the Lucian. I have no idea what his positioning was, by the way. Like, in a weird way, that kind of was him disrespecting the Udyr. Like, maybe he didn't think I'd flash, but even his positioning was a bit questionable, even if I didn't have flash, to be honest. Anyway, Lee Sin probably going to try and get a steal here, because why wouldn't you? I am just, like, staying near the side of it. He doesn't actually end up even trying to go for a steal there. And, you know, in the back of my mind, like, do we try Baron? Our Baron take is very quick. Udyr, Graves, even Pyke and Draven, it's not bad at all. But again, this Ahri, Zari has a tendency to split push for some reason. Anyway, Fizz going for a 1v1, or not 1v1 kill, but he's going for a kill. He walks into me, do actually get the kill, and now I'm thinking, that's Baron. Like, we just got another kill. Irelia's not even up now. Fizz is up, like, down for 40-odd seconds. Again, it would be nice if we didn't have a split pushing Ahri, but whatever. I trust the Graves. He's, like, 3 levels, by the way, up to the Lee Sin. So his smite does, like, 150 more or whatever. Smites it pretty easily by the looks of it. Lee Sin, I don't know what the hell that Lee Sin play was. Goes for a weird flash. We get the Baron. In this whole time, Ahri is still split pushing. I don't really know why Karma did that. Like, she does go down. That is not worth, in my opinion. Like, she uses 2 summoners for an Udyr when I wasn't probably going to do much more. Again, Lucian also goes for a suicide play. Ahri does actually pick up the tower. She is overstaying a bit, does get herself killed. But again, that Karma going for that hero play, I don't know if that was worth. Like, maybe it's a neutral play because I killed her, she killed me, she got rid of my Baron buff, but she used both summoners to kill me. And again, I'm the Udyr, I'm not the hero of this game. Like, the Draven is carrying more, the Ahri is carrying more, I'm just trying to be useful. And again, my score is 887. I'm not doing bad. We're actually having a not bad game of Udyr at all. And you actually can see here, because again, I was like really confused, like I said earlier, that my team said nothing. So I actually kind of say to my team, because the game's looking pretty good, we might win, and I'm like, yo, by the way, sorry for the pick, and I explain what happened. If memory serves correct, no one said anything as well. Like, my team was the least chatty team that I think I've had in months of League of Legends, which I absolutely love. Like, I love teams that don't talk in chat. You win games more like this than any other game in League, I've always found, because people are just getting on with playing the game. It's very rare when I'm the person that's typing the most, because I hardly ever type. So yeah, you can see no one has said anything. Oh, there you go. Take red. You know, not even acknowledging my mistake, which is really good in my opinion. Because yeah, and obviously some people would say, like, you know, oh, Huz, if someone did this to you, you'd probably be moaning. Yeah, probably. In a commentary, sure, but I probably wouldn't type anything because, again, that's pointless. But yeah, I might have been kind of in the commentary going, oh, this isn't going to go well. And, you know, again, it didn't go perfect, but it didn't go terrible either. Because, again, even though I died a few times, we also got a couple 1v1 kills. So I am kind of thinking, you know, I should probably be split pushing here, but, like, should we just go with Baron and just go down mid lane and just, like, end the game that way? So, again, I'm a grouping Udyr now, which is normally not a thing. But even if I just use my Bear Form stun to stop people going on people, that might be worth. Ahri actually gets a really nice pick. Does end up getting the kill. Fizz ultimate misses. I am just trying to be in the mix here. I tank the Irelia ultimate. I get kicked by the Lee Sin. So basically the enemy team, if you didn't watch that and you want to watch it again, go back and watch it. They use like 2 ultimates just on me. So sure, I didn't do that much in a team fight, but my team is actually ending up winning the fight because they didn't like primarily focus the right targets instantly. Like, sure, they ended up killing the Draven in the end, but after they used Lee Sin kick on a Udyr, after they used a Irelia ultimate on a Udyr, so that is completely fine with me. Like, completely fine. That is what we call worth when you're playing like a tanky bruiser, is letting your carries do the work for you. So they end up getting 1 inhib. Past me, stop tabbing out. Again, you can tell when I'm tabbed out because the FPS goes to like 25 or something. And also the camera work just kind of stays still. I'll have to remember if I do future of these again. As I said, I did 5 of these recordings, so you're gonna get probably 2 or 3 more after this episode. If you guys do enjoy this run of these type of commentaries, and I do more of them, whenever I record in this way, I'll have to remind myself, don't tab out or don't like hold the camera still for an extended period of time, because I am doing a commentary of it later. Now, some people may be interested what my build is going into next. Yes, it is going to Blade of the Ruined King. The reason it's going to Blade of the Ruined King is purely and simply for the Irelia. Is we haven't really tried a 1v1 the Irelia in a while. We're now both level 18. So I was like, you know, I'm just going to go Bork, and that will give me maybe more pressure on her in the 1v1. Or, like, to be honest, it gives me more pressure anyway because the slow and stuff. So I'm even asking my team, you know, should I go bot lane and pressure bot? You guys can go mid. Draven's getting a bit caught, but the Lee Sin, I'd say this Lee Sin got a little bit desperate in the late game. He kills himself again by going too far deep on the Draven. Again, not really thinking about why he's doing things. He needs to be more careful about it, because very rarely, I'd say the only person that's been kind of alone, or the 2 people that's been alone in this game, has been me during split pushes and the Ahri. The Draven pretty much has never been alone this game. So he's not randomly just going to suddenly go alone when it's like 35 minutes in. I go for a flank, you know, I'm pushing bot lane in, my mid is pushing mid lane in. You saw Irelia was still in top lane a little while ago. I do a flash up, so I'm going bear and just maybe looking for the flash onto the Lucian, potentially. Irelia does make her way back now. So I am being careful. I go for the flash on the Irelia, trying to burst Irelia as quick as we can. She does go down. Fizz is coming in as well. Pyke ultimate doesn't hit because he Zhonya's it straight away. Right next to him, get another kill. Unfortunately, Ahri goes down by being a little bit too all-in. Lucian goes a little bit too close to the sun. I do manage to, I think, use my Cutlass, and there is the game. So we managed to win the game that I accidentally picked Udyr. And again, it was a bit rough because I'm playing a champion I don't know or playing him in the wrong role. But I'm actually pretty happy with how the game went. We got a couple kills on Irelia. We did some split pushing. We had not bad pressure. We did a couple like good stuns, like the flash stun on Lucian and near the dragon earlier in the game. So a couple things that weren't bad. Hopefully, my past self actually manages to go on the right screen. We're waiting for him. There we go. Well done, past me. So rating-wise, we'll actually confirm I am now at... Wait for it to conclude. We're now at 96 LP. We go 8, 9, 12, 247 farm. I think I actually do type to my team, like, you know, next time I'll focus in champion select. I won't randomly pick Udyr. And if we go into the damage, 18, we got an A, I think, and then damage done. You know, I'm full tank Udyr, so that's not terrible, and I'm just pointing out the Lee Sin's damage as well. So that's going to be it. Like, subscribe. See you guys next time. See ya.